in the performance.
Baldrick, what are you doing out there?
I'm carving some on this bullet, sir.
What are you carving?
I'm carving Baldrick, sir.
Why?
It's a cunning plan, actually, sir.
Of course it is.
Well, you know they say something there's a bullet with your name on it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought if I owned the bullet, then it can't hit me. So I can't shoot myself.
No, shame.
And the chances of there being 2 bullets with my name on it, sir, are very small indeed.
Yes, that's not the only thing around here that's very small indeed. Your brain, for example, is so minute, Baldrick, that if a hungry cannibal were to crack your head open, there wouldn't be enough inside to cover a small water biscuit.
Tally ho, Pip, Pip, and Bernard your uncle.
In English we say good morning.
Look what I've got for you, sir. It's the latest issue of King and Country. Damn inspiring stuff. The magazine that tells the Tommies the truth about the war.
Or alternatively, the greatest work of fiction since vows of fidelity were included in the French marriage service.
Come now, sir. You can't deny that this fine newspaper is good for the morale of the men.
Certainly not, George. I just feel more could be achieved by giving them some real toilet paper.
Not with you at all, sir. What could any patriotic chap have against this magnificent mag?
Apart from his bottom?
Yes.
Well, look at it. I mean, the stuff's about as convincing as Dr. Crippen's defence lawyer. All the Tommies are depicted as 6'6", with biceps the size of Bournemouth.
Thoroughly inspiring stuff. Oh, and look, sir, this arrived this morning also.
Do you know what this is, Lieutenant?
Yes, it's a good old service revolver.
Wrong. It's a brand new service revolver. One that I've suspiciously been sent without asking for it. I smell something fishy. And I'm not talking about the contents of Baldrick's apple crumble.
You know, that's funny because we didn't order those new trench climbing ladders either.
New ladders?
Yes, they arrived yesterday. I issued them to the men and they were absolutely thrilled. Isn't that right, men?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. First solid fuel we've had since we murdered a cat.
Something's going on. And I think I can make an educated guess as to what it is. Something you, George, would find hard to do.
Ah, true. When I was at school, education could go hang. As long as a boy could hit a 6, sing the school song very loud and take a hot crumpet from behind without blubbing.
Yes, I, on the other hand, am a fully rounded human being with a degree from the University of Life, a diploma from the School of Hard Knocks, and 3 gold stars from the kindergarten of getting the shit kicked out of me. And my instincts lead me to deduce we are at last about to go over the top.
Great Scott, so you mean the moment's finally arrived for us to give old Harry Hunt a darn good British-style thrashing? 6 of the best trousers down.
If you mean are we all going to get killed, yes. Clearly Field Marshal Haig is about to make yet another gargantuan effort to move his drinks cabinet 6 inches closer to Berlin.
Right, well, bravissimo, eh? Up and over the glory. Last one in Berlin's a rotten egg.
Give me your help, Lieutenant.
Yeah, some sort of clever hat camouflage might be in order.
What
Permission to speak, sir?
Granted, with a due sense of exhaustion and dread.
I have a cunning plan, sir, how to get us out of getting killed, sir.
Oh yes, what is it?
Cooking.
I see.
Well, you know HQ is always on about they haven't got enough cooks. Well, I thought we'd go over there and we cook them something and we get out the trenches that way.
Baldric, it's a brilliant plan.
Is it?
Yes, it's superb.
Oh, permission to write on immediately, sir. That's the first cunning plan that Baldric's ever read. It's centuries we tried, sir, and always turns out to be total pig's will. My mother will be pleased.
Pleased as punch.
Pleased as punch, sir.
As only she was as good looking as punch. There is, however, one small flaw in the plan.
Oh?
You're the worst cook in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
There are amoeba on Saturn that could boil a better egg than you. Your filet mignon and sauce béarnaise look like dog turds in glue.
That's because they are.
Your plum duff tastes like it's a molehill decorated with rabbit droppings.
Thought you wouldn't notice, sir.
And your cream custard has the texture of cat's vomit.
Again, sir, it's the way I stir.
If you were to serve a meal at Staff HQ, you would be arrested for the greatest mass poisoning since Lucretia Borgia invited 500 of her closest friends around for a wine and anthrax party. Now, we're going to need a better plan than that.
Well, how about something nice to eat, sir, while you chew it over?
What's on the menu?
Rat. Sauté or fricassee?
The agony of choice. Sautéing involves?
Well, you take a freshly shaved rat and you marinate it in a puddle.
For how long?
Until it's drowned. Then you stretch it out over a hot light bulb, get within dashing distance of the latrine, and scoff it down.
So that's sautéing. And fricassee?
Exactly the same, sir, except for a slightly bigger rat.
Well, call me old Mr. Unadventurous, but I think I'll give it a miss just this once.
Oh, right. So, there you go, sir. More for the rest of us. Hey, sir?
Absolutely, Private Tally-ho, bath.
Hello, Mr. Boyd Grill. Oh, it's you. Yes. Yes, I'll be over in 40 minutes.
Who was it then, sir?
Well, strangely enough, Baldric, it was Pope Gregory IX, inviting me for drinks aboard his steam yacht, the Saucy Sue, currently wintering in Montego Bay with the England cricket team and the Balinese goddess of plenty.
Really?
No, not really. I've been ordered to HQ. No doubt that idiot General Melchett is about to offer me some attractive new opportunities to have my brains blown out for Britain. What do you want, darling?
Captain, darling, to you. General Melcher wants to see you about a highly important secret mission.
Now, what's going on, darling?
Captain Blackadder to see you, sir.
Ah, excellent. It's just a short back and sides today, I think, please.
That's Corporal Black, sir. Captain Blackadder's here about the other matter, the secret matter.
Yes, of course. Now, what I'm going to tell you is tip-top secret. Is that clear, Blackadder?
It is, sir.
Good. Now, I've compiled a list of all those with security clearance. Have you got it, darling?
Yes, sir.
What will you then?
It's top security, sir. That's all the captain needs to know.
No, nonsense. So, read it in full, will you?
Very well. List of personnel cleared for mission Gainsborough as dictated by General C.H. Melcher.
Yeah.
You and me,
Yes.
darling, obviously. Bill Marshall Haig,
Yes.
Bill Marshall Haig's wife, Bill Marshall Haig's wife's friends,
Yeah.
their families,
Yeah.
their family servants, their family servants' tennis partners, and some chap I bumped into in the mess called Bernard.
Yes. So, absolutely maximum security. Yes, that.
Yes, sir. Only myself and the rest of the English-speaking world is to know.
Yes, that's right. Now, Field Marshal Haig has formulated a brilliant new tactical plan for gaining a final victory in the field.
Would this plan involve us climbing out of our trenches and walking very slowly toward the enemy, sir.
How can you possibly know that, Blackadder? It's classified information.
It's the same plan we used last time, and the 17 times before that.
Exactly, and that's what's so brilliant about the plan. You see, we shall catch the ever-watchful Hun napping by doing exactly what we've done 18 times before. Jerry will not be expecting us to do it this time. There is, however, one small problem.
That everyone always gets slaughtered in the first 10 seconds.
Yes, that's right. And Field Marshal Haig is rather worried that it's depressing the men attached. So, he's looking for something to cheer the men up.
Well, his resignation and suicide would seem obvious.
Yes, well, that's quite good thought. Make a note of that, will you, darling? Have you seen this, The King and Country?
Ah, yes. Without question, my favourite magazine. Soft, strong, and thoroughly absorbent.
The hell, Blackadder. I thought it'd be right up your alley. Now, General Field Marshal Haig's plan is that he would commission a man to do painting for the front cover of the next issue to inspire the men to the final push. What we want you to do, Blackadder, is to find a first-rate artist from amongst your men. I want you to labour night and day to find them.
Impossible, sir. I know from long experience that my men have as much artistic talent as a cluster of colourblind hedgehogs in a bag.
Well, that's a damn shame. We were looking for someone to leave the trenches immediately.
Leave the trenches?
Yes.
Yes. I wonder if you've enjoyed, as I have, sir, that marvellous painting in the National Portrait Gallery, Bag Interior, by the Colourblind Hedgehog Workshop of Siena.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that you can find this man?
I think I can, and might I suggest, sir, it might be a good idea, once having left the trenches, to post our man to Paris, to soak up a little of that artistic atmosphere. Perhaps even Tahiti, to make a real masterpiece.
Yes, but can you find him?
Now I know I can, sir. Before you can say sunflowers, I shall have Vincent van Gogh standing before you.
No, stop, sir. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I'm just not sure that 2 socks and a hand grenade are really the sort of thing that covers of King and Country are made of.
They will be once I've painted them being shoved up the Kaiser's backside.
Now this is interesting.
What?
Well, Private Baldrick seems to be some sort of impressionist.
The only impression he can do is of a man with no talent. What's he called, Baldrick? The Vomiting Cavalier?
It's not vomit, sir. There's dabs of light.
No, it's vomit. You told me to paint whatever comes from within, sir. So I did. On breakfast. Look, it's got a tomato.
Hopeless. If only I'd paid attention during nursery art class, instead of spending my entire time constructing papier-mâché willies to frighten Sarah Wallace.
You know, it's funny because painting was the only thing I was ever any good at.
It was a pity you didn't keep it up.
Well, as a matter of fact, actually, I did. I hadn't thought to show them to anyone because they're just embarrassing dogs, really, but they give me pleasure for what they're worth. I'm embarrassed to show them to you now, as it happens, but there you are, for what they're worth. I got my hands cut off.
George, these are brilliant! Well, why didn't you tell us about these before?
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet.
You might have at least told us you had a trumpet. These paintings could spell my way out of the trenches.
Yours?
That's right, ours. Look, all you have to do is paint something heroic to appeal to the simple-minded Tommy. Baldrick, over to you.
How about a noble Tommy, sir, standing with a look of horror and disgust over the body of a murdered nun that had been done over by a nasty German?
Excellent! I can see it now! The nun and the Hun.
Brilliant. George, you get set up, and Baldrick and I will pose. This is going to be art's greatest work since Mona Lisa sat down and told Leonardo da Vinci she was in a slightly odd mood. Right, Baldrick, you lie down in the mud and be the nun.
I can't lay down there, sir. It's all wet.
Well, let's put it this way. Either lay down and get wet, or get knocked down and get a broken nose.
Actually, it's not that wet, is it, sir?
No.
Who are you going to be then, sir? The noble Tommy?
Precisely. Standing over the body of the ravaged nun.
I want a wimple.
We should have gone before we started the picture.
You know what's funny, sir? My dad used to be a nun.
No, he didn't.
He did so, sir. I remember, because whenever he was up in court, the judge used to say to him, occupation, and he would say none.
Right, you ready?
Just about to say, yes, if you'd like to pop your clothes on the stool.
I'm sorry.
If you'd just like to pop your clothes on the stool over there.
You mean you want me tackle out?
Well, I prefer so, sir, yes.
If I might remind you of the realities of battle, George, one of the first things everyone notices is all the protagonists have got their clothes on. Neither we nor the Hun favour fighting our battles au naturel.
But, sir, it's artistic license. It's willing suspension of disbelief.
Well, I'm not having anyone staring in disbelief at my willing suspension. Now hurry up and paint the bloody thing sharpish. Brilliant, George. It's a masterpiece. The wimple suits you, Baldrick.
Think it covers my face, sir.
Exactly. Now, the General will be here any moment. When he arrives, leave it talking to me, all right? I like to keep an informal trench, as you know. But today, he must only speak with my express permission. Is that clear? Is that clear? Permission to speak.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir.
Look out! Shut up!
No, like I thought a simple trim of the moustache today, nothing too drastic. Where would you like me to sit?
We're here about the painting, sir.
Ah, yes, of course. Of course, yes. George! How are you? I said, how are you?
Permission to speak.
Absolutely, top hole, sir, with a yin and a yang and a yippity-doo.
Splendid, that's the stuff. Yeah, I met your Uncle Bertie the other day. I told him that we'd let you have a week off in April. Can't have you missing the boat race now, can we, eh?
Permission to speak.
Certainly not, sir. Permission to sing boisterously, sir.
If you must.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Belts off, trousers down, into the line of stream.
Fabulous.
Bravo.
University education, you can't beat it.
Bravo, bravo. Now then, what do we have here? Name?
Permission to speak.
Baldrick, sir.
Ah, Baldrick. Oh, well, Tally-o and zippity-zip and splip, are we looking forward to the pulling off of the final chucker?
No, sir, I'm absolutely scared to death.
Really? Do you know what that means? The final chucker? Are we ready for the final push?
I've just told you no, sir.
Oh, the healthy humour of the honest Tommy, eh? Yes. Well, don't worry if you should falter. Captain Darling and I will be behind you.
About 35 miles behind you.
Right then, let's stand by your plates. Where's this artist of yours? Blackadder, around here, darling.
So,
Well, sir, it's none other than young George here.
Oh, bravo, George. Right, well, let's have a shifty then.
It's simply called War.
Hey, what What a damn silly title that is, George. Looks more like a couple of socks and a stick of pineapple.
Permission to speak, sir?
I think not, actually.
Quite right, Blackadder. I mean, if what comes out of your mouth is the same as that comes out of your paint box, we'll be drenched in phlegm. No, this won't do at all. This won't do at all, Blackadder. Not what we're looking for at all, is it, darling?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Well, sir, there is this. It's a private baldricks. He's called it My Family and Other Animals.
No, that's not it at all. No.
Well, sir, I'm afraid that's about it. Apart from this little thing.
Ah, now that's more like it.
Painted this, Blackadder.
Well, actually, it was me.
Permission to speak really quite urgently, sir.
Damn it, blast your goggly eyes! Will you stop interrupting, George? Now, this is excellent. Congratulations, Blackadder. That's really inspiring. Want you to make you to jump over the trenches and charge at Jerry and shout, "Yah, boo, sucks, Fritzy!"
Thank you, sir.
Are you sure you painted this, Blackadder?
Of course I'm sure.
I'm afraid I don't believe you.
How dare you, darling? I'm sorry, sir, I can't let that slur pass. What possible, low, suspicious, slanderous reasons could this office boy have for thinking I didn't paint the picture?
Well, 3 reasons for a matter of fact. Firstly, you're in it.
It's a self-portrait.
Secondly, you told us you couldn't paint.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet.
Permission, sir.
Denied.
And thirdly, it's signed George.
Well spotted. But not signed George. Dedicated to George. King George.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, the king. The king.
Where? Well, Blackadder, bravo. I have no hesitation at all in appointing you as regimental artist. I think you should come back to us to HQ straight away. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Permission to bloody well speak this minute, sir. I might just burst like a bally balloon.
Later, George. Much later.
Now, congratulations on your appointment, Blackadder.
Thank you, sir.
And might I say, I'm particularly pleased about it.
Are you?
Oh yes.
Well, now that you are our official war artist, I think we could give you the full briefing. The King and Country cover story was, well, just that, a cover story. Yes. Now, as our top-rated painting board, we would like you to leave the trenches
Good.
tonight
Suits me.
and go into no man's land.
No man's land.
Yes.
Not Paris.
We'd like you to take some accurate drawings of the enemy positions.
You want me to sit in no man's land, painting pictures of the Germans?
Exactly. Precisely.
Well, it's a very attractive proposition, gentlemen, but I'm afraid completely impractical. You see, my medium is light. It'll be pitch dark. I won't be able to see a thing.
Don't worry, we'll send up a couple of flares and lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Glad I checked.
Right. Absolute quiet, understand, men? So, for instance, if anyone was to crawl over any barbed wire, they must on no account go, "Ah!"
Oh, did you call over some barbed wire, sir?
No, Baldrick, I just put my elbow in a blob of ice cream.
Oh, that's all right then.
Where the hell are we?
It's rather difficult to say. We appear to have crawled into an area marked with mushrooms.
And what do those symbols denote?
That we're in a field of mushrooms?
George, that is a military map. It is unlikely to list interesting flora and fungi. Look at the key, and you'll discover those mushrooms aren't for picking.
Good Lord, sir, you're quite right. It says here, mine. So, these mushrooms must belong to the man who made the map.
Either that, or we're in the middle of a minefield.
Oh dear.
No, the field as well.
Yes, thank you, Lieutenant. If they hit me, you'll be sure to point it out. Right, now hurry up and paint your picture.
Oh, hadn't we better wait for the flare, sir? You see, my medium is light.
Look, just use your imagination. Wait a minute. That's the answer. I can't believe I've been so stupid.
Yeah, that is unusual, because usually I'm the stupid one.
Well, I'm not overly furnished in the brain department.
Well, on this occasion, I've been stupidest of all.
Oh, now, sir, I will not have that. Private Baldrick and I will always be more stupid than you, isn't that right, Baldrick? Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yeah, stupidly, stupidly, stupidly.
Stupidest stupid in the whole history of stupidity, sir.
Finished? Right. The point is this. We go back to the dugout and we do the painting from there. You do the most imaginative, exciting depiction of German defences from your imagination.
Now that is a challenge.
Right, let's get out of here.
Sir, just one thing. If we do happen to tread on a mine, what do we do?
Well, normal procedure, George, is to leap 200 feet into the air and scatter yourself over a wide area.
Are you sure this is what you saw, Blackadder?
Absolutely. Well, there may have been a few more armament factories and not quite so many elephants. But, generally speaking, yes.
Well, you know what this means.
Yes, sir. If it's true, we'll have to cancel the push.
Exactly.
What a nuisance.
Exactly what the enemy will be expecting us to do, and exactly what we shan't do. No, we shall attack the Germans in the strongest part of the line. They'll think that our reconnaissance is an absolute shambles, thereby lulling them into a false sense of security. So the next week we shall attack them in the most badly defended part of their line and win the greatest victory since the Winchester flower arranging team beat Harrow 12 small bottoms to 1.
Have you ever visited planet Earth, sir?
Ah, very good. Well, best fighting trousers on, eh, Blackadder?
Permission to shout bravo, sir, as an annoyingly loud voice.
Mission granted.
Bravo!
That's the spirit. I thought it'd be just your sort of caper, eh, Blackadder? Eh?
Oh, yes.
Good luck against those elephants, Blackadder.
Baldrick, get me some marble and a chisel.
Oh, you're taking up sculpture now, sir?
Now I thought I'd get my headstone done.
Oh, what are you going to put on it?
Here lies Edmund Blackadder, and he's bloody annoyed.
So, are we going over the top now then, sir?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Unless I can think of some brilliant plan.
I have a cunning plan, sir.
No, you don't, Baldrick.
No, sir. You don't, sir.
But what's on the menu, anyway?
Well, I was going to bring you some rats, sir, but I was struggling around back there. I couldn't catch one, sir.
I see. And how are you going to cook this one?
Well, I was going to do a rat au vin, sir.
Rat au vin?
Yeah, it would have been a flat rat. that have been run over
By a
van.
No, thank you, Baldrick. Although, it does give me an idea.
Yes. Jolly good, hmm?
I suppose Blackadder and Boyd would have gone over the top by now.
Yes. Yes, I should think so. I wish I was with them, ducking and dodging those bullets, rather than sitting here drinking this Chateau Lafitte, enjoying this filet mignon with sauce béarnaise, huh?
My thoughts exactly, sir. Damn this Chateau Lafitte.
You know, that Blackadder is a terribly brave man. And his Lieutenant George, Cambridge man, you know. Yes. I know his Uncle Bertie. He and I break wind for the same college. Unusual taste, this sauce béarnaise, don't you think?
Yes, sir. And to be quite honest, this filet mignon's a little, well,
What?
oh, dungy.
I don't know what's happened to the cook, you know.
Oh, it's a rather strange story, actually, sir.
Do tell.
Well, this afternoon, I received a phone call from Pope Gregory IX, telling me that our cook had been sent to the England cricket team and must set sail for the West Indies immediately.
Really?
Then, a moment later, the phone rang again. It was a trio of wandering Italian chefs in the area offering their services. So the quartermaster hit up at once.
Jump! Shit! Are these real raisins in this plum duff?
Yes, sir. Sure they are. Everything will be alright once cream custard arrives.
All jolly good fun, sir, but dash it all, we appear to have missed a big push.
Oh, damn, so we have. One thing still puzzles me though, Baldrick. How did you get so much custard out of such a small cat?
You a bit cheesed off, sir.
George, the day this war began, I was cheesed off. Within 10 minutes of you turning up, I'd finished the cheese and moved on to the coffee and cigars. And at this late stage, I'm in a cab with the two female companions on my way to the Pink Pussycat in Lower Regent Street.
Because you know, if you are cheesed off, you know what you need, sir? And that's a Charlie Chaplin film. Oh, I love old Chaplins, don't you, Cap?
Well, no, actually I don't. I find his films about as funny as getting an arrow through the neck, and then finding there's a gas bill attached to it.
Oh, now, come on, sir. His films are ball-bouncingly funny.
Rubbish.
All right, well, let's consult the men for a casting by Baldrick.
Sir?
Charlie Chaplin, Baldrick, what do you make of him?
Oh, sir, he's so funny. He's like a vegetable that's grown into rude and amusing shape.
So you agree with me then? Not at all funny.
Oh, now play fair, Skipper. In that last film where he kicked that fellow up the backside, I thought I'd die.
Well, if that's your idea of comedy, George, we can provide our own without spending a halfpenny for the privilege. There, was that funny?
No, of course not. But you see, Chaplin is a genius.
He certainly is a genius, George. He's invented a way of being paid $1 million a year for wearing a pair of stupid trousers. Did you find that funny, Baldrick?
What funny, sir?
That funny?
No, sir. You mustn't do that to me, sir, because that is a bourgeois act of repression.
What?
Have you smelled it, sir? There's a wind in the change afoot, sir. The huddled masses are yearning to be free.
Baldrick, have you been at the diesel oil again?
No, sir, I've been supping the milk of freedom. Already, our Russian comrades are on the brink of revolution. As are we, sir. Our huddled wasp-dames, such as myself, are going to turn on the officers, sir, like you and the lieutenant. Present company accepted, sir.
go and clean out the latrines.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see, the reason why Chaplin is so funny is because he's part of the great British music hall tradition.
Yes, of course. The great British music hall tradition. Yeah. Two men with incredibly unconvincing Cockney accents going, "Oh, what's up with you? What's up with me? Eh? Yeah, what's up with you? I'll tell you what's up with me then. I'm right round up, that's what's up with me. Right round up, yeah, right round up. Get on with it!"
Now, sir, that was funny. You should go on the board yourself.
No, thank you, George. I'd rather have my tongue beaten wafer thin by a meat tenderizer and stapled to the ground with a croquet hoop.
Good Lord, sir! The Russians are pulled out of the war! We soon saw them off, didn't we? Miserable, slant-eyed, sausage-eating swine!
The Russians are on our side, George.
Really?
And they've abandoned the Eastern Front. The point is this. Now that the Russians have made peace with the Kaiser, 750,000 Germans are now leaving the Russian front and coming over here with the express purpose of using my nipples for target practice. There's only one thing for it. I'm going to have to desert, and I'm going to have to do it right now.
Are you leaving us, Blackadder?
No, sir.
No, I'm relieved to hear it. I need a hand to shoot some more deserters later. Yes, there have been a few mutterings amongst the men. A few mutterings of uprising even amongst the men. Can't have that, can we? Not like the French army back in Verdun, where the top echelons had horrendous uprisings from the bottom.
Well, yes, sir, but surely that was traced to a shipment of garlic eclairs.
No, nonsense, Blackadder, nonsense. It was Bolshevism. Plain Bolshevism. Yes, and now that the Ruskies have left the war, the same might happen here, and I can't be having that, can I?
Well, what are you going to do about it, sir?
Well, I thought I'd organise a concert party. Cheer the men up. Fancy a concert party, Blackadder?
Well, quite frankly, sir, I'd rather spend an evening on top of a stepladder in no man's land, smoking endless cigarettes through a luminous balaclava.
Yes, well, I didn't think it would be your cup of tea. But I shall need someone to help me organise it. Yes. Of course, not a tough, grizzled old soldier like yourself. More like a dandified Nancy boy who could spend the rest of the war in the London Palladium, perhaps.
The show's going to London.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. We can't go crushing the revolution over here and then get back home to Blighty to find them all wearing overalls and breaking wind in the palaces of the mighty.
Well, quite.
Yes. Well, it's going to be a difficult job finding a man to put on the concert party. Yes, very difficult. So I've come up with a few questions, cunning they are, to test the suitability of the man for the job.
And what questions are these, sir?
Well, the first one is, do you like Charlie Chaplin?
Dismiss, Lieutenant. Do you like Charlie Chaplin, sir? Well, yes, that is a very good question for a candidate. To which my answer would have to be yes, absolutely love him, sir. Particularly the amusing kicks.
That's funny, sir, because I thought you...
Goodbye, George.
Yeah, the second question would be, do you like music hall?
Yes, another very good question, sir. To which, again, my answer would be yes, absolutely love it, sir. Oops, Mr. Rothschild, has apples and pears.
Yes. Well, in my view, a man who said yes to both of those questions would be absolutely the right man for the... Wait a minute. Do you realise that without thinking that you inadvertently told me that you were exactly the man for the job?
Have I, sir?
Have you, sir? Yes, you have. Yes. Well, let's get on to work straight away. We'll have you do a couple of couple of shows here first, and then we'll have you in London by Monday.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Well, it'd be a lot of work. I suppose if you need someone to lift and carry and move stuff and help backstage, I could lend you my driver, Bob. Is that right? Bob? Bob?
Parkhouse reporting for duty, sir.
At ease, Bob. Stand. Blackadder, this is Bob.
Bob?
Morning, sir.
Unusual name for a girl?
Of course it would be an unusual name for a girl. Unfortunately, and fairly straightforwardly, Bob is a young chap. Hey, Bob? Yes. Yes. Now, I want you to bunk up with Captain Blackadder for a couple of days. Is that all right?
All right, sir.
Good. I think you'll find that Bob is just the man for the job. He has an excellent sense of humour. He, sir, he. You see, you're laughing already. Oh, yes, very good. Well, I shall leave you to get to know one another. Perhaps you could play a game of scrimmage, have a smoke.